wrongfully restrained and confining things, criminal conspiracy. All these cases I've given. This is the FIR copy which we have got. CNN News 18 has gotten exclusive access to the FIR copy of Sheikh Shahjahan, where it is stated that number of sections, 440 mischief is committed after preparation for causing death of also attempt to murder, and all these things are given so clearly very strong cases given
Kamalika,
against,
as you're breaking that very important piece of information for our viewers about the charges in that FIR, which is the heart and meat of the case. Any person might be arrested, but if the charges against that person are not correctly put in the FIR, then it's a very loose and a flimsy case to begin with. Once again, reiterating that information for the benefit of our viewers, we've accessed the FIR copy of Sheikh Shahjahan. Heinous and grievous charges have been put against him, including obstructing the duty of a civil servant, confining somebody to an unlawful custody, causing grievous hurt and harm. Those are the sections that my colleague Kamalika was reading out from the information that she's just got. Kamalika, coming back to you once again for the benefit of our viewers, how serious are these charges?
This, obviously the charges are quite serious. That's what we are getting as we have got the access to this FIR copy, which clearly states that there are certain like 307 has been given, which is a very which is definitely a strong thing that is there, and along with that the sections added are like hurting a public servant while he was doing his duty. So couple of important charges definitely giving to it. Now we'll have to see that what will the CID add on the 2 to 3 years ago cases.
Yes.
What are those cases? The cases of land grabbing, because this is clearly those cases are also being attached. That's another FIR. That's what we are getting it from our sources. So definitely quite a few, lot of charges and lot of charges are non-bailable. That's what we got. 395 punishment for dacoity. Section 397 robbery, and the most important I think is 307 attempt to murder is there in the FIR.
I think the most serious one is dacoity, attempt to murder, and of course obstructing the duty of a civil servant. Kamalika, the entire narrative around Sandeshkhali has been, and I think the word narrative would be wrong here, because these are first in-person accounts from women who have been affected, which have come on record, that this was massive exploitation at various levels that was going on, whether it was violation of labor rights, whether it was sexual exploitation, or even stories of how there were certain women who were pushed into human trafficking. Well, that was anecdotal account, but talking about the serious charges of sexual exploitation that were made, was there any charge that was directly against Sheikh Shahjahan? As I heard one of the top officers saying during the press briefing that most of these charges that have been made, the cases are 2 to 3 years old. Yes, they have victims' testimony, but for them to gather basic evidence and then to have an arrest on that matter might take some time.
Yes, definitely. That is the thing which we have to really wait for and see that how those evidences come in, because there are two FIRs. One FIR which we have got is the ED FIR, where all these sections are in. Apart from that, there are land grabbing cases. There has been forceful land grabbing cases, and that this sexual exploitation thing. There has been certain cases where it is stated that it has happened in the behest of Shahjahan. So we'll really have to see those cases too, where this 354 thing is added or not. That is very important thing to look after. So, but to establish this in the court of law, 2 years old, all these complaints, that I think is going to be really tough. But if the ED comes up with the alleged ration scam thing, how that legality is still not clear to us too, but that we have to see that whether the ED tries to take it. If the ED tries to take it, what is the way through which they will take it?
That's true, and if he's in police custody right now, Kamalika, and if the ED wants to take over, they'd have to move the court and get the custody. That's the basic procedure. But I want to understand some basics from you about what has happened on the ground. The police has arrested him. The state CID is also involved into the matter. Enforcement Directorate already has complaints against him. Is there a sense that ED could soon come in and want to stage an arrest, move the court, and seek that custody of Sheikh Shahjahan?
Well, definitely, they will be, I think they will be trying on that. We'll have to really wait and see that what the ED does. Till now, we are not getting anything. Anything is not clear from the ED sources, the legalities, whether the ED can take it, whether the ED can take the remand, because this case is also a ED case. The case of the ration, scam is an ED case, where Shahjahan, today was the day when Shahjahan was summoned. So we'll have to really see that what the ED does. Next action we'll have to really look into the portion of what ED does. Whether ED tries for a remand, if they tries, what are the legalities there. Definitely what we are getting it from our sources, that they were almost prepared that the Shahjahan will get arrested by the West Bengal police, and they were apprehensive, for which they went to the court yesterday, if you remember. There the court said that anybody can arrest West Bengal police, Shahjahan. So from West Bengal police, will the ED take it? I think that's the next big story we have to follow.
Absolutely. Enforcement Directorate looks at predicate offences, which means there has to be a basic offence which somebody has done, for which there needs to be an FIR by the CBI, the state police, or by other authorities. And then based on that predicate offence, it's the money laundering charges which the Enforcement Directorate really investigates. Of course, when you are involved in a PMLA offence, to get a bail is very, very difficult. But the predicate offence right now is with the state police department. As Kamalika pointed out, that a particular scam is also under the scanner of the Enforcement Directorate. They can move a court once the police custody is over, or while the police custody is still underway, and say that, look, once this is over, we would also want to interrogate him. We would also want him in custody and question him. This exactly works like how you've seen in CBI versus the ED cases, in cases where you have both CBI and the Enforcement Directorate investigating the matter. Here, in place of a Central Bureau of Investigation, you have the state police departments. Yes, the parent crime, that FIR, is with the state police, but when it comes to the PMLA offence, for which the ED already has an ECIR, which is, compared to an FIR. For that particular thing, Enforcement Directorate is free to move in a court of law. And as Kamalika said, it's a matter of wait and watch. We really have to see what kind of strategy do they really follow from here on. Kamalika, you pointed out the procedure, the technicalities, legalities, the charges that we have seen in this case so far. Let's talk about the politics of it. What kind of attack right now BJP is mounting on the TMC?
Definitely, BJP is mounting on the has raised their pressure on TMC, and on the basis of which they claim that this entire arrest has taken place. So definitely there is some contribution of the BJP definitely in this entire movement, which they are claiming, because they took up the issue. They went to the they have hit out in the streets. They have actually they have actually helped in to get in so many Delhi leaders reacting on this, so many Bengal leaders going, both Shubhendu and Shubhendu Adhikari and Shukanta Mojumdar has hit out the streets in every way. They wanted to go to Sandeshkhali. So all these things are there. So definitely now they will mount up the pressure on the one thing the BJP is saying, that this is a drama. Second thing, they would want that strict trial takes place, and Shahjahan is kept behind the bars, and definitely they will try to influence that portion of the entire investigation, to put pressure on the government on that. On the other hand, we'll have to really wait and watch and see that what ED does. Next we have to really see whether that ED takes over or not. But this is going to have a big politics. The narrative, the battle line of 2024 Lok Sabha is set. It is absolutely Sandeshkhali versus Manrega money. We know 10th brigade, there is a brigade and of Trinamool Congress demanding the Manrega money. We have spoken to Abhishek Banerjee exclusively yesterday, where he has said that he has countered Nirmala Sitharaman by saying that they are not giving back the poor people's money. On the other hand, BJP on 10th of March is going to have a big rally in Sandeshkhali itself. So it's Manrega versus Sandeshkhali. That's the fight. The battle line has clearly been drawn. And let me emphasize it. I'm getting totally heat of the elections. And this war is nothing less than a Kurukshetra.
Absolutely, absolutely, Kamalika. And we look forward to all those reports coming in from the ground. Kamalika Sengupta has been reporting this story ever since the stalemate has been going on. It's been more than 50 days ever since that political heat